While filming a day of crawfish trapping with his kids along a murky riverbank, YouTuber Blue Gabe found himself in a situation that went from peaceful to terrifying in seconds. As their small boat glided into a shallow, swamp-covered stretch of water, he leaned over to drop one of the traps, completely unaware that something was lurking just beneath the surface.
So I think I'm going to come over here and put this trap right here, which is a little shallow, but I want to just put it right there. What the? Oh my God! You think I'm joking? My drone's right there watching me. We never knew she was there.
The moment the trap touched the water, Gabe noticed something was off. He quickly hauled it back up, heart racing, and began poking around with a long stick to see what was hiding below. The water was crystal clear, and yet it concealed a chilling surprise. Proof that even calm rivers can hold unseen danger waiting in silence.
And look how clear the water is.
How do I even get... Oh! Whoa! Dude, what the heck?
What are the odds of this?
That puddle's not even 4 or 5 inches deep. I don't even know where she's at. Come over here close and see if you can even see where she's at right now.
Yeah, Luke, you don't...
Luke, stay over there. It's not even... That's how deep it is. And I can't see her in there right now.
I can't even see her. She's so camo.
Look, I just rubbed the stick the whole length.
She must be tucked up in that back corner.
Oh gosh, there she is.
Found her.
That's how people in South Florida or anywhere gators live get ate.
Beneath the surface, barely a few feet away, a massive alligator lay motionless, its rough scales blending perfectly into the muddy floor. Realizing just how close his children had been to a deadly ambush, Gabe immediately pulled away, choosing safety over risk. The clip serves as a haunting reminder that in the wild, danger doesn't always announce itself. It hides in plain sight, watching, waiting, and ready to strike when least expected. This footage was uploaded by a YouTuber known as Welcome to the Woods UK. In the video, he's seen hiking through a local forest, checking on his trail cameras to review what they've recorded. Everything starts off completely normal, until he notices something unusual lying just ahead on the path.
We've had one hell of a storm come in here the last couple of days, so I'm just coming in to check the cameras, make sure they're all still okay. We've got no big trees down and all the rest of it. I have found some really bizarre tracks today. This boot print doesn't match my boot print. It does look fairly old, but it is very strange and it's quite big. So it's definitely a man or someone that wears a very, very big shoe. I'll just spin you around to show you it. Look at that. That's massive. My BK2 next to it. It's just slightly larger than my BK2. Oh, I want to trip myself out. That looks like a toe as well. My God. There's another impression up there as well. But this is seriously something worth noting.
There, pressed deep into the dirt, is a massive footprint. And what's even stranger, it looks completely bare, like it came from a human foot. He's baffled, trying to imagine who or what would be wandering through the freezing woods without shoes. Disturbed but curious, he decides to mount one of his trail cameras right over that exact spot, hoping to capture whatever made it. That single choice would later reveal something he never expected.
I think the best bet is to get my live camera, the one that I can pick up on the phone, which I put in a few weeks ago at a different location in the woodland. I'm going to go there now, retrieve that camera and program it onto one of these trees and get a reception, make sure it's working good on the phone, and then I can keep an eye on this area even at home in my bed. So I'm going to go off and get that camera quick. I mean, look at this though as well. These are obviously, these all bent over like an archway. That's pretty cool. But then it's happening there as well. It's obviously some sort of normal phenomena going on there. There's no sign of any sort of camps of people that shouldn't be here either. No fires that have gone out unless obviously they've used that no trace where they would, I do it myself, make a fire, you cover it over with earth and scatter some stuff across it just so that it leaves no trace. The weather sorts the rest out. Let me go and get that camera though, yeah? I'll bring you back here when I've put the camera up. Right, it's all good. I've got the camera. It's just sitting at the base of the tree. I'm going to strap it to this part of the tree here and I'll be able to do a 360 all the way around to keep an eye on the tracks. We're left just there and there going through this part of the woodland. So hopefully if this is someone that's coming in here poaching or just plain messing around, this camera should hopefully catch them, and it'll catch them whether they take the camera with them. I'll have footage of it on my phone, straight directly to my phone, permitting the signal's all good. I think that's the only way around this one. I do feel really, really jittery today. I've come in here a few times since, obviously, checked on the cabin ruin, and I've bought some pilings in for my new cabin, so it's piled in the ground, sledgehammered in the ground and packed out, and then a frame built on top of that. But obviously that's some distance away from the spot we're at now. So what I'll do is I'll put this camera up and I'll just quickly show you towards the end. I'm probably going to give it a little while before I camp in here. I'm going to see what this camera produces on live footage. It'll ping something back to me, whether a fox sets it off at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be in bed, I could even be in Spain on holiday or whatever. This camera will send back the footage that it takes, nighttime, daytime, no matter what. I can control the camera from my phone.
A few weeks later, he returns to the forest, this time planning to spend the night camping and collecting the footage. But from the moment he arrives, there's an unshakable tension in the air, like the woods are hiding something. And when he finally checks what his camera recorded, the story takes a sinister turn into something far darker than a simple camping trip.
Right, so we're well past 10 o'clock. Obviously it's summer month, so the birds are still having a little bit of a chirp about, but I'm absolutely shattered, so I'm going to get my head down. I shall see you in the morning. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but there's definitely someone out there. For sakes. 2 seconds. Hello? I'll be honest with you, I feel like going. That might be exactly what I do. Seeing that the break of daylight was only an hour and a half away, I did decide to pack up and get going quite early. There was nothing more that happened that trip. I must admit I was more concerned that someone was walking around injured or out there hurt. So I did do a full sweep of the woodland on packing up. Nothing was out of the ordinary or could be found. Now let's fast forward a few days.
Some skeptics might claim the footage shows a deer or some other forest creature. But there's one major problem. No elk or large mammals like that roam the UK countryside. That leaves only one unsettling possibility. It was a person. And when you see what the camera actually captured creeping through the trees that night, it sends chills down your spine. Whatever it was, it didn't move like a normal human.
There was an odd little light that came on the camera one night when I was sitting in bed. I had a notification, it pinged on. And then all there was this funny little orb-looking thing up to the middle left-hand side. I eventually writ this off as some sort of bug that had come down. So let's fast forward 3 days post-camp that you've just seen. Early Thursday morning at 4:12 AM, this figure comes into view. Almost looks like it's trying to pull something down from a branch above, acting in a peculiar manner. Then the camera takes a further 2 still shots of it moving further off to the left-hand side of the woodland. So why is this person there at that time of the morning? Why do we keep hearing these shrills and shrieks? Is it paranormal? I just don't understand.
The figure caught on film is hard to define. Tall, shadowed, moving slow but deliberate, as if aware it was being watched. Yet one thing is certain. Something or someone was roaming that forest after dark. Viewers have been begging for an update ever since, hoping for more clues about the haunting presence caught on tape. Could this be proof of paranormal activity, a skinwalker, or something else entirely? Either way, make sure you stay tuned, because if he ever releases a follow-up, it might finally reveal what was really haunting those woods. On April 9th, 2025, the YouTube channel Manchild dropped a brand new upload. At first glance, nothing about it seemed different. Just another peaceful mountain trek with his loyal dog, Yeti, trotting at his side. The scenery was calm, almost unreal in its beauty. Locals whisper about this range, calling it the Skinwalker Mountains, a place tangled in chilling legends, paranormal sightings, and reports of supernatural activity stretching back generations. Everything started off smooth. Cool air drifting through the trees, quiet fading into the valley. Yeti darted happily at first, tail wagging as usual, until her demeanor shifted abruptly. She slowed, hovered close, and moved with purpose, almost as if she sensed a presence lurking in the shadows, quietly urging her owner to follow.
Yeti.
Yeti is either one of two things.
She's a very simple dog. She's either completely unstable and constant zoomies, or she's very serious. And right now she's slowed down and she'll stop and she'll want me to follow her to take me somewhere or show me something. And at this point, now she's not going to stray too far from me because now she wants to show me something. We've just been out here exploring, as we usually do around this time, you know, a little earlier than this. It's getting a bit dark now. And we've been on one of these abandoned roads that go to nowhere. They've just been left. Walking these dirt roads, and Yeti comes across this little trail. She slowed down and she wants to show me. See, she's right there. She's not running. She's not got the zoomies as she normally does. She's staying close by. She's scenting something.
Their peaceful walk drifted off the regular route and onto an old tight trail smothered by vines and thick brush. It felt untouched, like nobody had walked it in years, maybe decades. With every step deeper into the woods, the silence grew heavier, strange, and suffocating. Soon, hidden beneath the clustered branches, they came across something that didn't belong there at all. Something unnerving, wrong, and impossible to ignore.
Yeti was checking out this stuff. It looks like a... no idea. Wow, that's just scary, huh? waiting.
Sitting in the center of the forgotten path was a tiny stroller, its frame tangled in weeds and half swallowed by dirt. Inside sat a doll, face cracked, pale and disturbingly human-like in the fading dusk glow. Its placement looked intentional, almost staged. They were far from civilization. No homes, no trails, no camps, nothing. Whoever brought this object here did it deliberately. And just steps away, carved deep into a large rock, was something that made the discovery even more unsettling.
Well, at least we're out at that plantation now. Oh, what is that? What's this, Esther? It's creepy, huh? What is that? So, this is where she leads us. That's super strange, huh? Like burnt into the rock. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of this. What's your guys' thoughts on this? I have no idea. Maybe it's some kind of worshipping thing. Maybe it's just a sign. Maybe hunters, kind of marker. I don't know.
Burned into the stone was a blackened symbol, sharp, scorched, and unmistakably ritualistic. It looked ancient yet recent, like someone had marked it with fire for a purpose only they understood. Was it a warning? A ritual marking? A sign used in demonic practices or forest-based occult activity? Just as they decided to turn back, something moved far off along the ridge, catching his attention for only a second.
Yes. I'm not going the way of the plantation. That's just way too thick, so I'm figuring I'm going to go around. I definitely saw lights. I caught a video also. I took a look. And I don't know, obviously, maybe we kind of did the same thing and we all turned our lights off and moved away. But when I turned around, I couldn't see the lights anymore. And yeah, they probably couldn't see mine. But the strange thing was, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the sound. It's a really high, kind of pitched sound, frequency, whatever. I think they call it a mosquito or something. And they use it to move people away from places they don't want them hanging out. So when I stopped, it had this ringing in my ears. It's horrible. Really high pitched.
Strange lights flickered, shifting shapes blinking before disappearing the moment he shut off his flashlight. Then a piercing, high-frequency tone split the night. Metallic, unnatural, like technology designed to repel intruders. But in an untouched wilderness, far from any cameras or town, it felt less like a deterrent and more like a direct threat. Curiously, Yeti didn't bark, whine, or react. She just stood still, calm, as if she had expected it or recognized it. Avoiding the same path back, he took a longer route out. The lights vanished, the ringing faded, and that scorched symbol stayed behind like a silent message. Some viewers believe the stroller and carving hint at secret ritual activity hidden deep in the woods. Others think advanced devices and strange sounds are used to scare outsiders away from forbidden areas. Taken together, the objects, symbols, and unnatural noises feel too intentional to ignore. As if fear was the goal. Was it all coincidence, or real proof of something organized, secret, and possibly supernatural in the Skinwalker Mountains? And the most unsettling thought, did Yeti stay calm because she already knew exactly what lurked in those trees? On July 8th, 2013, a clip surfaced on YouTube that still leaves viewers speechless. The uploader is known for venturing into abandoned places, haunted mines, and deep cave systems across the United States. This particular exploration took him to the Horton Mine, an old tunnel system located near the massive Victorine Mine in Nevada. From the start, you can tell he's uneasy about entering. The passageway is partially flooded, the air heavy, the darkness thick with silence. A perfect setting for something paranormal. Eventually, curiosity wins, and he steps inside. That's when the situation shifts from adventurous to unexplainable. Watch closely.
Yeah, this looks pretty sketchy. I'll go a few feet further in and check it out, but I think I'm going to pass on this one. This is one of the creepiest mine tunnels I've ever been in, just because of how dilapidated it is and all these chains hanging down from the overhead, and there's a shot looking down the tunnel even further, but still pretty wet. And taking a look around here back at the entrance, which is there. Okay, here's a shot looking back towards the entrance. I'm a little bit further in, and looking down the tunnel here. I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not. Yeah, this mine definitely has a very spooky vibe to it. So I'm going to head back out and check out the other stuff that's here. This is just too wet and too muddy. And obviously something is making the chains swing. So time to get the hell out of here.
As he moves deeper into the tunnel, one of the rusted chains hanging from the ceiling suddenly begins to swing. Slow, steady, rhythmic, no breeze, no tremor, nothing that could make it move. You can hear the tension in his voice as he whispers, trying to rationalize what he's seeing. The chain keeps swaying, as though touched by something unseen. Was it a trick of the air, or a sign of supernatural activity within the mine? Even the uploader can't explain it. Later, the footage caught the attention of the Science Channel, which featured it in an episode of Strange Evidence. In that segment, scientists confirmed the video's authenticity. No tampering, no CGI. Yet even they failed to explain what caused the motion. The episode, called The Devil's Mutant, aired in June 2019, leaving the mystery unresolved. So what do you think? Was it just an eerie coincidence, or proof of a haunting in one of Nevada's most haunted mines. Whatever moved that chain, it wasn't the wind. For Victoria Rose, freedom took form through her journey as a solo female traveler living the van life dream. Her YouTube channel chronicles an existence far from ordinary, a life rooted in simplicity, self-reliance, and the thrill of uncharted roads. Her loyal companion, a rugged converted Jeep she calls the Jurassic, became both home and protector as she ventured into the unknown. From cooking budget meals with discount finds to conquering deep-seated fears like crossing borders alone. Victoria's path has always been one of courage and survival, a story of determination beneath open skies. But even the most seasoned wanderers know, the wilderness often hides its own dark lessons. On August 13th, 2023, nestled deep within the quiet woods of New York, Victoria thought she'd found peace, until the forest revealed its shadow side.
So we've made it. I wasn't sure. I haven't, like I said, I've never tried to find free camping around these parts, and it is a little different than it is in the West. In the West, there's so much land where you can find very remote places. There's like park rangers and stuff everywhere, and it's just smaller areas, so I feel like a little bit less free, but it's camping. The bugs! I forgot about that. I already got bit by one, and I usually don't. Fortunately, I think I have some bug spray, so let's check. This is a really nice area, but it's Chautauqua National Forest in New York. Oh. Why do they always get you on the ankle? Okay, so I got this, I think in Nevada at a natural food store, and it's lemon, eucalyptus oil, insect repellent. I don't know if it'll work, but we are going to put it on our ankles and everywhere. Also, they have porta potties here, so this is like luxury for me.
Nightfall swallowed the trees in a heavy hush, and Victoria finally drifted into sleep, her Jeep parked beneath a canopy of whispering pines. But around 1:20 a.m., tranquility shattered. A deafening roar erupted as a massive pickup truck thundered down the dirt path, its high beams cutting through the dark like searchlights. The vehicle didn't merely pass. It stopped right in front of her campsite. Without hesitation, a family spilled out, voices echoing, lights flashing, completely boxing her in. What should have been a peaceful night now felt charged with dread. For Victoria, this wasn't a simple intrusion. It was something darker, something that stirred the primal fear every solo camper knows too well. She stepped out, heart pounding, and faced them beneath the cold, flickering glow of her flashlight.
What the f***? You guys gonna kick me out of this spot? Are you guys gonna move your truck so I can at least leave? You can move your truck so I can leave? Huh? Well, it's kind of weird that I was. Well, I am. Well, now I have to like leave because there's no way I can sleep like this. Can you at least ask, like, or say excuse me or something? Like, I was camped here.
I understand. We told you we didn't know there was anybody in there.
Right, but can you like say like yeah, but it's just common courtesy to say sorry. I didn't realize. Is it okay if we camp here? But it's like this is the spot that I got. It's just strange. It's rude. I don't really know where to go or what to do.
This was no misunderstanding. It felt intentional, calculated, almost sinister. Though there were children among them, their presence didn't mask the tension that filled the air. The forest seemed to hold its breath. Victoria realized she was cornered, trapped between exhaustion and an unpredictable group whose motives were unclear. Her instincts screamed that she couldn't stay. The decision was tormenting. Risk a confrontation in the dead of night or drive off into the unknown, alone and fatigued. She chose the latter, muttering through trembling breath. I didn't want to make a big deal because there were kids. But this is so wrong. Abandoning the site she had carefully chosen, she couldn't help but reflect on how vastly different camping culture felt from one region to another, and how human behavior can be the most unpredictable threat of all.
It's like 2 in the morning. This is so strange. I've never had this happen down the west. Off-road legs. Up. Oh, I'm so tired. Well, there's going to be some lines, but I hate driving at night, especially when I'm this tired, because it's like nearly 3 in the morning. It was a weird situation. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? Infiltrating. It's so loud, too. So I was going to drive to a rest stop. I didn't want to make a big deal because there was kids. It's so rude. Like, they're so rude, and they're just like not looking at me, acting like I wasn't even there, and I was standing there, but like, hey, can you at least say excuse me, or can you say sorry, or can you at least ask me for the campsite, even though like that's rude in itself. Like, it's 2 in the morning. The camping culture in the West versus the East is so much different.
That eerie encounter reminded her that danger on the open road doesn't always come from wild animals or supernatural forces. Sometimes it's the unsettling unpredictability of people that leaves the deepest scars. Still, Victoria refused to let fear claim her spirit. She saw the event as a sign, a haunting nudge from fate pushing her toward the next unknown destination. Maybe weird things happen for a reason, she later said softly on camera. It's like the universe telling you it's time to move on. Her adventure continued, but that night's unease would linger like a ghost in the rearview mirror. Out in the wilderness, among whispering trees and shifting shadows, one truth echoed louder than the rest. Expect the unexpected, especially when the haunting presence isn't from spirits, but from people themselves. What do you think? Was this just rude behavior, or something more sinister hiding behind human faces?